Okay, welcome to the Pithole Historic Site. Never been here before, but here's where we've started our search for Bigfoot. Still got to get to camp, so let's not dally too long. Probably all circles around, so we'll just go down this way. Went back in here a little further than I had intended. But it ain't too bad. Just take her slow. Oh, big bump. Smells like natural gas. Really bad at 3. It's a little bit scary. It's one of those moments where you should just back out and go the other way. After off-roading, you should always check your tires. Okay, so that was the scenic tour of the Pithole site. There wasn't any placard or anything, but just know that that's a pit hole. It smells like natural gas. Don't think Bigfoot lives there. What's weird is when you, natural gas is not supposed to have an odor. Like they put that odor in it, so whatever I'm smelling out there is not like the gas that comes out of the ground, I don't think. I was always told that that smell is like a smell, an additive that they add. But it smelled like natural gas nonetheless, so. I have always loved it up here. I used to camp up here. Outside Kellettville when I was a kid. All you got to do is take a real deep oxygen cocktail. Most everything that's wrong with you is immediately cured. Some kayakers out there. We've taken a break from Hanger on Wheels this weekend. And we are on our way to Marienville for the Bigfoot Festival. I'm a little excited if you can't tell.
After a quick stretch and a camper tour, we set out on the short ride from Deer Meadows Campground to the Bigfoot Festival in Marienville. We'd heard reports of how many people would be descending upon the town, but it was something that had to be seen to be believed. The Pennsylvania State Police kept things moving, but the 2-lane was slowed to a crawl in spots. Parking wasn't as much of a problem as you might expect. Many local businesses and residents opened up their yards. More than a few offered free parking while capitalizing on the extra traffic with yard sales. We only paid $10 for main drag parking. The Forest County Bigfoot Festival is held in Marienville, Pennsylvania. Marienville prides itself in being the gateway to the Allegheny National Forest. Many are drawn to the area by hunting, fishing, ATV or horseback riding, cycling, and camping. According to the Historical Marker Database at hmdb.org, the town was founded in 1833 by Cyrus Blood. It nearly burnt down multiple times in the late 18 and early 1900s. After the formation of the Allegheny National Forest in 1923, the town became home to many civilian conservation corps camps during the Great Depression and has housed a glass bottle plant, foundry, chemical plant, wagon wheel production facility, as well as lumber, oil, and coal mining outfits. It was also an important station after the railroad passed through in 1882. Today, however, Marienville relies heavily on tourism, the service industry, and a maximum security prison which opened in 2004. As you can see, most of the food vendors had lines wrapping around themselves, but I'd suggest picking up a bite at one of the sidewalk vendors thrown up by the locals, like this one. $5 get us a chili dog with fixings, a drink, and a bag of chips. No line. Lucky's Pub, the Kelly Hotel, and Patina's Italian Restaurant were all offering sit-down meals. The event was pet-friendly and well-behaved dogs were everywhere, presenting a constant distraction for me. Their safety was assured by these fine folk who brought their early warning Sasquatch detecting goats. I'm not sure what's setting them off here. The event showcased the region's artists, artisans, performers, and of course cryptozoology researchers. I got a chance to meet Mike Familant from Sussex County Bigfoot. If you haven't seen his videos yet, find him right here on YouTube or his website at shadowofredeye.com. I didn't talk shop with him, but he's a passionate and energetic speaker on all things Bigfoot. He's one of the few out there actually traveling and putting the work in. If anyone is going to locate Bigfoot, it's going to be him. The craft tents were chock full of everything from arrowheads to wine stoppers, all handmade by some talented folk. The skilled Snuffy DeStefano, who I met at the Kecksburg UFO Festival, was there with his chainsaw carvings, as well as some new faces to me. Jeramy McConnell from Damascus Glass and John-cooney. If you want to see them in person, they'll be at the Tionesta Indian Festival, August 10th through the 18th. Let's listen in as they work.
How hot are those torches?
The glass right now is about 2,200 degrees.
The torch itself peaks out at about 5,700 Fahrenheit. It's nice having that extra little cushion of heat in there.
So that's oxyacetylene then?
Propane oxygen.
Propane oxygen, okay.
A little bit cleaner from some of the silver-based colors that we work with.
All right. So who's a welder by trade?
One of us that isn't here today.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So I'm putting the little grooves.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
That side's all flat. We've got grooves down this one side. I'm gonna heat this side up and put grooves down on it.
Will that be like a standalone piece, or you?
This will be a pendant.
A pendant, okay.
Trusty butter knife.
Beautiful. The leaf, not the butter knife. Hey John, what are you making?
Working on a mushroom pendant with a cold stir on the back.
Okay.
So a mushroom on the inside, chaos of color on the background.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Very cool.
I don't mind making it.
I gotta get real close with this.
I've developed over 16 years.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
One of the more unique vendors was the wood flag guy, Kenneth C Keas. He hand carves waves into these wooden placards. He's carved more than 30,000 stars by hand. If you're a veteran looking for a patriotic way to display your challenge coins, Ken has you covered.
I never understood what it was till my nephew. Okay. So is that for completing like athletic events or just like that?
Mike Cook from Sossquatch was there with his unique blends of barbecue sauces, as well as Doug Drews from Ox Dynasty with his Pennsylvania hickory syrup. His syrup comes in a host of flavors, all of which are harvested from the groves of shagbark hickory trees on his farm. I'd never had hickory syrup, and after sampling the pineapple jalapeno, I bought a bottle. I happened to look down while leaning in to pay with my debit card and noticed that the tent had clearly been visited by several big feets during the night. I gathered evidence. I also took Doug's suggestion, and after returning home, cooked up some shrimp on the barbie. I marinated the butterflied shrimp overnight before grilling with jalapenos and asparagus. We had it over rice. As Melissa will concur, it was the best shrimp we've ever had. Although I had parked in the shadow of luxury within Deer Meadows campgrounds, I ended up staying across the street at Top Hill Cabins. Our group rented 2 cabins about 60 or 70 yards apart and spent most of our time at the larger, which had a nice fire pit and a large back porch. The grounds were wooded and open and reminded me of a manicured fairy tale forest. Later that evening, after the non-believers passed out, 3 of us set out to search for Bigfoot. Sadly, our cheap $40 infrared camera proved susceptible to Sasquatch's infrasound, which distorted our audio signal. This is actually a shame because not only did you miss out on some of my best Bigfoot calls, but you'll never hear the padded thuds of something extremely heavy darting across the road ahead of us. Had we enlisted more hunters, employed secondary recording devices, or taken care to shield our devices, we just might have come away with more usable footage. Plans are already in the works for another investigation, which is likely to include Sasquatch pepper spray. This year's festival is all wrapped up, but it's never too late to visit Marienville, Cook State Forest, or the Allegheny National Forest. Bigfoot and other wildlife sightings occur all year long. Although you're unlikely to get reliable cellular service, bring your camera phones as there's plenty to photograph. Please be sure to check this video's description for a list of locations, vendors, and resources for your upcoming stay. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe to be notified of more adventures like this one. Do check out Hanger on Wheels while you wait, a collaborative foodie motovlog with my fiancée, Melissa. Take care and travel safe.